Alright, welcome back to more Diablo 2 Resurrected. We have a mummified Roderick mage to hunt down. Been stealing body parts from corpses. Well, making corpses and then stealing body parts from them. Before we head down to the sewers, though, I'm gonna head back to Act 1 to get some summons out.
Good day.
Oh, that's right, she's not the wand person.
Allow me to advise you.
+2 to Blood Golem, if I cared for Blood Golem. Ooh, +2 to Revive. +4 to Bone Prison. Oh gosh. That's a few too many. Let's go here. Mercenary didn't have a chance.
Hello again, Outland.
Alright, man. I don't mind lurkers. A lot of zombies. Like in there, guys. Double eater. Once I get my summons, I'm gonna go take care of those rogues. I wanna get revenge on them now. No, I'm sure he's just fashionably late today. Oh, that's right, I accidentally revived a zombie earlier. Not what I meant to do. Go get him, boys. This guy's just wandering around over here. Alright, real quick. Let me go back and take care of those rogues that embarrassed my mercenary earlier. Well, since that question wasn't directed towards me, I won't respond. Excluded from my own chat. Yeah, mess him up, mercenary. Pretty good damage. They need to find a solid base for the inspiration reward. Otherwise, I'll be missing out on this damage. Oh, sorry, I misread it. I glanced at the comment too quickly. Oh, I'm doing well, thank you. Very tired. It's gonna be a shorter stream today. Can't cast a spell over here. There we go. I think I line of sight on him, that was weird. Find ourselves a Naga. Guardian Naga. 5% chance to cast level 8 Poison Nova when striking. Hence damage, maximum damage, poison damage, resist poison. Attacker takes damage. Okay. I've seen worse items in my time. My plan for this stream is just to clear out the sewers and take out Radamant, and then we'll probably wrap it up. What am I doing? Oh, trying to revive. All the bodies we can. I'd prefer them to be melee. Like these guys. What? Yeah, I think I'm at 10. The misses would probably agree as well. I'll say probably because she might say 11 or something. Oh yeah, yeah. I've got 10 melee skellies, 5 mages, and 4 revives, and mastery and resistant are mastery's maxed out as well. And of course my clay golem and my mercenary. Sorry, that's being a little rude to my clay golem. His name is Clayton. Still standing? Good on him. In fact, he's earned his place in my team. Yeah, I'm at 10. I've got 25 points into it. And 23 in the Skeleton Mastery, 23 in the Mycalate Golem, 11 in Skeletal Mage right now. And technically I only have 1 point into each one of these. I have +3 to all my summon skills. For my wand. Come on, kill somebody so I can explode their corpse. There it is. The dominoes start dropping. Puke Maul the Man. Oh, they're all dead. Yeah, you can swap between the original graphics and the remake graphics. Don't know which hotkey it is. I'm pretty impressed with the remakes. I try not to. I tend not to swap between the two. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It's not another boss over there. Brought faster than dead. Oh, he'll be living up to his name here shortly. I guess the dead the second. Yeah, you swap between the original graphics and the remastered graphics. The press of a key. Might be not H. What is it? G. There. Yeah, Diablo can be a bit bothersome if you're, he used to mess me up back in the day. But now I'm always ready for him. Well, I don't know how it's going to go on Hell difficulty with the Summon Necro. The Summon Druid would be okay, because as long as you have mana, you can keep summoning. But the Necro, you need, bodies. Yeah, you can zoom in with the F key. Yeah, Necro was the first character I played. Back then, I was obsessed with the summon classes. So I played the Necromancer in this. I played the Necromancer in Guild Wars. I played more summon-oriented classes in any game I could play that had them. Yeah, Summon Necro, that's my OG character. That's why I chose it. Normally, I lean towards melee, at least nowadays. Melee builds, but for Diablo 2, the remake, I had to get back to my roots. Now this character is a lot more optimized than my first one. But my first one did have the full Triangle set, so that was pretty cool. There's the way forward. Let's head back this way. Also may miss a path back there. I'm a warrior guy in D1. I just beat it on hell difficulty with the warrior. Boy, that was a chore. Because D1, the strength of your character depends on how much magic they have, and the warrior gets the least amount of magic. Yeah, with the warrior though, it's all about positioning. There's a couple enemy types that give you just a ton of trouble though. But outside of those, it's not too bad. If it's a bunch of melee enemies, it's really not bad at all. As long as you pull back and position around corners correctly.
I am overburdened.
I find that Decrepify and a bunch of summons usually does the trick. Oh, it's not even a full path. Of course. Yeah, Decrepify is really strong in single entity boss fights. The only one I use that I don't use Decrepify against is Durio. I use Iron Maiden instead. Now, I'm not saying I won't lose all my summons on hell difficulty. It's been a while. I'm not really running. I'm not grinding out for any of my gear either. I'm just kind of playing through linearly. Can you add LY to the end of linear? I did, so I guess you can. It's gonna stop me. The word police. Ooh. Yeah, it's a little slow going in hell difficulty with the Summon Necro. I mean, it's still going fine. There's a couple tougher spots. I've died twice. And once a nightmare, but that was my fault. Try to run past my summons full of it, because I didn't have a teleport amulet yet. Flame main. Fought him last time. Dire Drill the Mad. Not a whole lot. We just entered the sewers. We're still, well, on the second floor of the sewers. Tracking down that old pesky Radamant. Yeah, I got a wand from, it was Akara. Yeah, this one I bought from Akara. Gives me a +3 to summoning skills, a +1 to summon resist. And this one gives me +2 to raise skeleton. Brief burn the quick. Yeah, really, +2 skills are extremely valuable in Diablo 2. So I always put the most value on when looking for equipment. Yeah, well, Matthew doesn't have a life, so all he does is play Diablo 2. So yeah, some pretty good equipment. But what in normal difficulty, it's better to have less with, well, at least I think so. It's better to max out Skeleton Mastery pretty early on. You put a few points into raise Skeleton, what, maybe 5 to 10, and do Skeleton Mastery from there. I forgot exactly how I portioned it out when I first played through. Thorn the Mauler. They really won't start seeing this amount of skeletons until Nightmare difficulty, if you play through all 3 difficulties. Yeah, I tend to do that on normal difficulty, but once I start getting a bunch of these charms, tend to stop it because I'll be doing it every couple of fights. General rules, just don't be a jerk. I guess that's really it. Don't be a jerk. I think that's pretty all-encompassing. Might be a little subjective, but if you're being a jerk, I'll let you know. Dire Wolf. I'd say no backseat gaming. I mean, you're welcome to try. I'm not gonna probably heed the advice regardless. I've got my way of doing things. A lot of the time, the reason why I do something a certain way, like I don't use these hotkeys because my controls for my recording and streaming software are on my F keys as well. So I scroll through it, so things seem to be a little slower than they normally would be. For instance, that's one thing. That's a solid example. Oh yeah, don't listen to Matthew either. He's he's a character. All right,
I can't carry
potion
anymore.
up. I've never timed anyone out. Now I have blocked a few people from the channel, but it's mostly bots and a couple of bigots. Oh yeah, so don't be a bigot, which is also under don't be a jerk. I don't know, I've never had anyone actually get in trouble in the chat before. So. One of the perks of being a smaller YouTuber. Ooh, large charm. Is the toxicity doesn't really trickle in. Not to say it's not there though. It's not as bad though. But, I don't know, toxic communities are oftentimes also the fault of the person whose community it is. Not all the time. But there is an environmental aspect to it. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on the comments already. I'm a little tired, so I'm a little slow in the draw today. Which is why today's stream is going to be a little shorter. Alright, you got him, buddy. There we go. Yeah, I haven't seen bots on YouTube in a while. I still have the links turned off though. So if you try to share a link, it should pop up for me, and I'll okay it manually, but I have links turned off on the channel because a couple years ago, bots were really bad. There was a bunch of those adult website bots just spamming every channel. So I just did a blanket ban on links, so no one can put links in the chat or comments. It seems like YouTube's cracked down on it a fair bit. It's doing pretty good, Ayabrail. Not as well in the sewers because of the bottlenecks. But, so I have teleport for it. Sharphorn. Oh, Matthew, you missed me. You did find a unique Naga. A Guardian Naga. Oh shoot, I lost my mercenary. That's what you get for looking at the chat. That's the second time we've had to Resurrected this episode. And the servers themselves aren't too bad. It's just the layout for a summon build is not ideal. It's a little easier with the summon build, because you have so many bodies that can take aggro instead of the mercenary. And the mercenary usually does a pretty good job of staying in the back. So oftentimes not engaging in combat at all, which is a huge loss of DPS. I revived the Huntresses because they're fairly aggressive. And that's what I want out of my summons. Or my revives. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and revive them here in a bit. After I make some gold. I'm burning through gold pretty quickly. It's many times I've had to bring them back. Ooh, experience shrine. I put these in my stash. I haven't played Grim Dawn yet. It is fairly high up on my to-do list. I played Titan Quest a few times on the channel though. Well, one character, all 3 difficulties. A little slower going without my mercenary because he does a good chunk of damage. Moongrin the Cold. In fact, let's go back and grab him. I was gonna wait till we're done with the sewers to minimize him dying again.
Need some help?
But I miss his damage, so he's welcome back. Oh, hey Hector, welcome to the stream, man. Can't talk today, I am out of it. Yeah, I think we'll take out Radamant and I'll probably wrap up the stream. It's a solid checkpoint. That's where we enter the desert itself and have to hunt down all the way shrines. Yeah, but if I do the Iron Golem, I do love the Iron Golem. I think it's a fantastic mechanic. It's one of my favorite mechanics in the game. But, I mean, Clayton's got 23 points. He's got the slow effect. Flesh Flame. But there was a time I considered doing an Iron Golem max instead of the Clay Golem. Not really, I mean, we're safe to go, do I? Alright, I'm gonna hang back here and let my summons do all that. You know, Iron Golem is one of my absolute favorite summons in the game. But they do have a tendency to die as soon as you use a really good item on one. standing right next to me, guy.
I can't carry anymore.
I need to get some more summons out.
I need mana.
Go get him, guys. I really appreciate the risk versus reward of the Iron Golem. Such a neat concept.
A waste of undead flesh.
Alright, we'll go back for that in a second.
It is an honor to serve you.
Let's get rid of some of this junk. And we'll keep the perfects.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore. I can't.
Alright, let's finish exploring this dungeon. Oh, let me catch up with chat real quick. Oh, was that it? Well, so be it.
say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find it to my liking. In addition to my undying gratitude, I have spoken on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople. The merchants have agreed to show their gratitude by offering their wares and services at lower rates. Oh, Jaren wants to see you too. You'll find him in front of the palace.
Good day.
I'll never get tired of that
If you haven't already,
animation.
tell Atma that Rodamant is dead. It may help to ease the weight of her mourning.
Good day. As you have helped Atma and all of us, so shall I help you.
Hello.
I have a better armor laying around.
From what you tell me, it would seem that Rodamant was bent on the task of reviving his own mummified corpse with the flesh of the living. This is very unusual indeed.
It could be.
Takes an
It's
incredible
very.
magic power to alter the singular purpose.
Well,
of
everything's
an
frozen
undead
over right now.
mind.
It got down to 11 degrees
There's a
Fahrenheit last
power at
night.
work here, which is beyond my ken.
It's possible that Comcast's poor infrastructure is not
Who
holding
goes
up
there?
in the weather.
You've killed Rodamant, eh? That's
They're actually doing some maintenance 2 roads over earlier
If
today.
you ever need a job as a mercenary, I'd be happy to sign you up.
Good day. We ran into one of those old tomb guardians when I ran with my bandits. I know they aren't easy foes to face, so you sure have my respect. Have you told Atma yet?
I have heard of your many deeds of skill and bravery. I feel I can trust you with something I have been hesitant to speak of. Drognin and I have concluded that the Dark Wanderer who passed through here recently was Diablo himself. Drognin believes that Diablo is searching the desert for the secret tomb where the
They
great
didn't share
Roderick
lore.
mage
There's a lot of
Talrasha
Diablo lore I
keeps
don't
Vale
know. I'm
imprisoned.
far from an expert in it.
You must find Diablo and put an end to the terrible evil that has fallen upon our city. Drognin is wise and is sure to have some helpful advice for you as to how Talrasha's tomb may be found. It may take you quite some time to find the tomb. May you be ready when you do.
Where can I take you? Atma's been telling everyone what you've done for her. Be very careful, my friend. I think I've seen enough recently not to doubt that these tombs exist. And if
Hour
they
long.
do,
Oh yeah, there was
they're
a
most
56
certainly
minute
guarded by
long
terrible
episode.
creatures.
Yeah, I've kind of I don't know. I feel like it's better to aim for a solid natural break than forcing an ending every half an hour. I kind of go back and forth on that because my ideal episode length for Let's Plays are 32 minutes. I know it's a little precise, but
When Talrasha chose to embody the spirit of Baal, he knew his doom.
it's also
was to
hard when you
wrestle
play a
eternally
turn-based game
against the will
to
of the greater evil.
have a
Look around you and ask yourself. Has the
set
battle been
episode length
won
because
or
turn-based games,
lost?
the fights tend to last a little longer, and they're not really in your control.
Legend has it that Talrasha lies imprisoned within his tomb, forever struggling to keep the Lord of Destruction bound. His was a selfless act, although perhaps foolhardy.
Yeah, I've been in colder environments than 11, but for where I'm at, 11's pretty cold.
Diablo nears his goal. We have little time to lose. Remember, my friend, that Andariel gave herself willingly
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
Diablo's
it's fighting the
cause.
Chaos Space Marine,
It would be
Aurora.
prudent to assume that the other evils will attempt to aid their master as well.
Yeah, that was a longer episode. Wasn't expecting that that specific fight.
Tell me your troubles. I've heard legends of the tomb of Talrasha, but I thought they were just old tales meant to scare young children.
Good day. Whoa, whoa. Radamant the Fallen, is it? Look, I've fallen off many a bar stool.
I don't think that they're supposed to be. There was rumor that they were, but I don't think that's ever been confirmed that the barbarians are the same.
Geglas, you've fallen.
I remember when that rumor started circulating. I never saw any confirmation for it anyway.
From what you tell me, Tal Rasha's tomb is hidden deep in the desert among 6 others. Tal Rasha's symbol marks the true tomb. If you want to know what that symbol is, you should be able to find it within the legendary Arcane Sanctuary.
I know a little WoW lore. Actually, I impressed one of my friends I used to work with. He's a big WoW guy. I never played WoW. I brought up a piece of lore and he was impressed that I knew it because he said even people that play WoW. Because it was from a book. I bought a WoW book. Probably around the same time I got into Warhammer. It was on sale.
I'm sorry, I can't help you much here. Now, if the tombs were across the ocean, then I'd be the guy to talk to. Good job, mate. At night out on my ship, I was often awakened by that fiend's awful moaning. I'll bet I rest easier now.
Yeah, a quick look, it's saying that they're not. But then I also see someone else saying that it is. The wiki might have the best information, actually. Alright, I think we just talked to everybody, right? Let's confirm this this barbarian piece real quick, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream. Aha! So there's a paragraph on the wiki. It says, during development, it was originally intended that the male barbarian be the same individual as the one from Diablo 2. This led to issues in the game, and that things had to be explained differently to the other characters, newcomers, as opposed to an experienced character. It was later decided that the Diablo 3 heroes should be unique to the game itself, thus the characters were made separate. Appearance-wise, the barbarian originally had a full beard with a mustache, but this was later. That's not important. That's what the wiki says on the matter. And I've seen other, it's mostly forums. It's nothing official, I don't think, that I ever saw, but that's how the wiki explains the barbarian. Oh, whoops, that's not how. Pull up the map. Alright, we'll go kill some things for a minute or two. The Rocky Waste. I'm actually going to strive to level up real quick before I wrap up the stream. You're right there at it. No reason not to. Also mapping out this area. I agree, I'm a big fan of beards, having cultivated one myself. Seed Killer. disappointed that wasn't enough to level up. Another boss, we'll get there. Let my mercenary go, just cut through these guys. You Crow the Witch. Yeah, of course not. But it is cool how they reference the characters from the previous titles in their games. Like all the original heroes from Diablo 1 are in Diablo 2. And several of the ones from Diablo 2 are in Diablo 3. I don't think all of them are. The Sorceress is... The Necromancer gets referenced by another Necromancer. You might actually see the Necromancer when you get to the final area of Act 5. I don't know, never beat the game with the Necromancer. Alright, Skeletal Mage. We finally get 6 Skeletal Magi. Some more energy for more corpse explosions without having to use potions. My statues. I missed a comment somewhere. Oh, Stormwind Gates. I didn't see Hector's question. Another boss. Alright, well, I'll keep fighting bosses if I keep seeing bosses. It's just easy experience. Another one. Direpox the Destroyer. Pulse Burn the Impaler. I mean, okay. I'm gonna keep fighting bosses. I'm not gonna... give up easy experience like that. Nice. Nice, level 75. Let's see. With 3 extra points on this, it's actually only 9 points invested currently, so 11 more. Put me at 86. Then the rest of the points will go into revive. Okay. My path is still set. I'm gonna go the less optimal route with the Skeletal Magi's instead of revives as my second maxed out skill besides, well, the Clay Golem and Skeletal Mastery. See how it does. Yeah, Blood Golem used to hurt the person that summoned it, though. Yeah, so it says creates a golem that shares with you the life it steals. I'm pretty sure, didn't it used to hurt you back when the game first came out? Or am I misremembering that? It's like you're linked to the golem, so it'd heal you, but it also hurt you when it took damage. Now, Iron Golem is always my favorite. Fire Golem is fine until you start running across fire immune creatures, but if you have lower resists, you can kind of get around that. But Clay Golem is the bread and butter, I think, because that slow effect stacks with cold slow. And so even enemies that are immune to cold damage get slowed by the Clay Golem. It just makes it such a fantastic tank. And invaluable against Duriel. So you have the slow from the Clay Golem, you have the slow from cold damage if you have like a Ice Mage in your party. And you have a Decrepify. Well, you don't use Decrepify against it, which I don't think that stacks with the cold slow, right? But you want to use Iron Maiden against Duriel. In most cases. Yeah, usually with summon Necros, you do all the melee skeletons, but the skeletal mages just aren't very good. And I'm going into this knowing that, so... We'll make it work. Their damage is just so lackluster, and then you come across enemies that are immune to their damage type. And it's just... I mean, the poison ones I think are great, but the rest of them... Well, I guess the cold ones are fine too for the slow effect. But the rest, not so much. It seems like everybody's a little tired and off today. I'm right there with you guys. Alright, I'm actually going to call the stream here. It's a little shorter than usual, but once I got Radamant like I wanted to, we leveled up, now level 75, so... things are looking pretty good. But next time we'll head out into the desert and really start digging into Act 2. But for now, hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. Stay safe, stay classy, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Which should be tomorrow. I'll try to get probably a third of this act done. At least do the maggot lair. But the maggot lair is going to be a real pain in the butt for this build. Even with teleport. Alright, take care everybody.